Vrindavan Part 3, Mandal, Uttar Pradesh, India. Sri Nidhuvana.
From Sri Vraja Ridi Sentamani. North of the Yogapitha at Vamsavada there is Nidhuvana, the name of which attracts the ears and heart. Delighting his beloved, Sri Krishna disappeared from the company of Gopasigar to enjoy the Rasa dance there. When Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was a child, and Sri Radha was unhappy at heart because she yearned to enjoy the Rasa dance with him, in Bhandiravana forest a divine voice said, "O beautiful one, don't lament. In beautiful Vrindavana forest your desire to enjoy with Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will be fulfilled. I have explained this pastime in Bhandiravana Vraja Mandal, UP, India. Now I will describe the Rasa dance pastime that the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Sri Radha had in the beautiful forest of Vrindavana. One day her two most intimate friends, beautiful Lalita and Visaka, went to Maharaja Vrishabhanu's palace and approached Radha in private. The two friends said, "He on whom you meditate and whose virtues you praise, with many boys again and again comes to King Vrishabhanu's palace. O Radha, in the evening he comes from the west, returning with the cows. You should see him. He is very handsome." Sri Radha said, "Draw a handsome picture of him. Then I will look for him in the west. Of this there is no doubt." The two friends drew a picture, handsome and filled with the sweetness of new youth, of Nanda's son, Krishna, and gave it to Radha. When Radha saw the picture, she became very happy. Gazing at the picture in her hand, yearning to see Krishna, and now overcome with bliss, she fainted. As she slept in her home, Vrishabhanu's daughter Radha dreamed of going to the Yamuna, where she gazed at Krishna, dark as a monsoon cloud, dressed in yellow garments, and dancing in Bhandiravana forest. When Radha rose from sleep, she was filled with the anguish of separation from Krishna. Always thinking of his handsome form, she thought the three worlds had become like a single blade of grass. Going to a window and, as her two friends pointed to him, gazing at Krishna, the master of Vraja as he walked on the narrow path from his own forest to King Vrishabhanu's palace, beautiful Radha fainted. Glancing at Vrishabhanu's beautiful daughter Radha, who sheltered a host of transcendental virtues, and deciding in his heart to enjoy with her, playful Krishna went on to his own palace. Seeing her anguished by Krishna's absence and her heart tortured by flames of love for him, beautiful Lalita Sakhi spoke to Vrishabhanu's daughter Radha. Sri Lalita said, "O Radha, why are you unconscious? O beautiful eye-bowed one, if you wish to attain Krishna, then give all your love to him. O beautiful one, even now that you have found the person that brings all happiness to the world, your heart still burns like the fire in a potter's kiln." Hearing Lalita's graceful words, Vraja's goddess Radha opened her eyes and spoke in a faltering voice. Sri Radha said, "If I cannot attain his feet, which now decorate this land of Vraja, I will not keep my body alive." Terrified by hearing these words, Lalita went to Krishna by the Yamuna's beautiful shore. Finding Krishna all alone under a kadamba tree in a solitary place laced with a network of flowering Madhavi vines and filled with sweet sounds, Lalita spoke. Sri Lalita said, "Since the day she first saw your wonderful form, Radha has been stunned. She is like a motionless puppet. She does not even speak. Please know that her ornaments have become for her like dazzling suns, her clothing like a shower of sparks, her perfumes bitter, her palace a solitary wilderness, her flowers sharp arrows, and the moon a pot of poison. Oh, please give to Radha the sight of you, a sight that will destroy her sufferings. You see everything. In this world what do you not know? You create, protect, and destroy the universe. O Supreme Lord! Although you are equal to all, you worship your devotees." Hearing Lalita's graceful words, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, spoke with words deep as thunder. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "We both feel this love in our hearts. O noble girl, it is not that only one of us feels it. She should love me. In this world there is nothing equal to the love she bears for me. The desire she felt in Bhandiravana forest will be fulfilled. Saintly devotees take shelter of pure unalloyed love for me. Saintly devotees know that love for me is beyond the touch of the matter. Pure devotees who see no difference between Sri Radha and myself Lord Krishna, attain my spiritual abode, which is pure as the whitest milk. Fools who see a difference between Sri Radha and myself Lord Krishna, fall onto the string of time. O girl with eyes like banana trees, they are tortured for as long the sun and moon exist. After hearing all these words, and after bowing before the Lord, Lalita Saki, her face full of smiles, approached Radha in a solitary place and spoke to her. Sri Lalita said, "As you desire Krishna, so Krishna desires you. There is no difference between you. You are one. Only fools think you are two. O goddess, you should serve Krishna without any other desire. O saintly one, by serving him with great devotion, your desire will be fulfilled." After hearing her friend's words, Sri Radha, the goddess of the Rasa dance, spoke to her friend Candranana, the best of the knowers of religion. Sri Radha said, "Please tell me what kind of worship I should perform to please Sri Krishna, worship that will bring auspiciousness, piety, and the fulfillment of my desire." O beautiful one, you heard the religious scriptures from Gargamuni's own mouth. O noble-hearted one, please tell me what vow or what worship I should perform. Hearing Radha's words, and reflecting on them in her heart for a moment, Candranana, the best of all friends, replied. Sri Candranana said, "O Radha, service to Tulasi gives the greatest piety, the greatest good fortune, and the greatest benediction. It gives Lord Krishna's association. You should always gaze on Tulasi, touch her, remember her, glorify her, bow down before her, offer prayers to her, plant her, and worship her. Then she will grant your desire. They who day after day serve Tulasi in these 9 ways attain the result of pious deeds performed in many thousands of millions of yugas. A person who plants Tulasi liberates his family. As many branches, sub-branches, seeds, flowers, and leaves as are on the Tulasi he has planted, so many ancestors and descendants in his family for thousands of Kalpa yugas will go to Lord Krishna's transcendental abode. O Radha, by offering Lord Krishna a single Tulasi leaf one attains the result of offering him every flower and leaf that exists. A person who with offerings of Tulasi leaves worships Lord Krishna is not touched by sin as a lotus leaf is not touched by water. By protecting a Tulasi forest one attains the result of giving in pious charity 100 beras of gold or 400 beras of silver. A home in the midst of a Tulasi forest is a sacred pilgrimage place. Yamaraja's servants will never enter that home. They who plant a sacred Tulasi forest, which fulfills desires and removes all sins, are the best of people. They will never see Yamaraja. For persons who plant, protect, water, see, or touch her, Tulasi burns the sins committed with the body, mind, and words. On a single Tulasi leaf the holy places beginning with Pushkara, the sacred rivers beginning with the Ganga, and the deities headed by Lord Vasudeva reside. Even though stained with 100 sins, a person who touches a Tulasi Manjari as he leaves this life does not see Yamaraja. Sin does not touch the body of a sinner anointed with Tulasi paste. Wherever is the beautiful shade of a Tulasi forest, there Shraddha should be offered. There Akshaya should be offered to the Buddhas. O friend, as four-faced Brahma cannot describe all the glories of Lord Krishna, who holds the Sharanga bow, so he cannot describe all the glories of Tulasi. A man or woman who offers sandal paste and Tulasi to Sri Krishna Chandra's feet attains the results I have told you. O Gopi, serve Tulasi every day. Then Sri Krishna will always be your submissive servant. After hearing Candranana's words, Sri Radha, the queen of the Rasa dance, in order to please Lord Krishna, began to serve Sri Tulasi. Taking Tulasi, beautiful with many green leaves, to the middle of a Ketaki forest, and placing her in a Tulasi temple that was round, tall, 100 hastas in size, beautiful with walls of gold and rubies, splendid with an outer wall of emeralds, diamonds, and pearls, decorated with Sintamani gems, arched gateways, gold flags, and gold awnings everywhere, and glorious like Indra's palace. At the time of the star Abhijit, saintly Radha, following Gargamuni's instructions, served Sri Tulasi. Beginning with the full moon of the month of Ashvina, September to October, and ending the full moon of the month of Kaitra, March to April, to please Sri Krishna, saintly Radha followed a vow with great devotion. Month after month she sprinkled Tulasi with milk, sugar cane juice, grape juice, mango juice, pankamrita, and many kinds of sweet and cool juice. On the first day of Vaishakha, April to May, she ended the vow. Following Gargamuni's instructions, King Vrishabhanu's daughter Radha then pleased 200,000 brahmanas with a great feast of 56 courses. Then Sri Radha gave them dakshina of 100,000 splendid large pearls and many costly garments and ornaments. Radha gave 10 million bears of gold to Gargamuni. With great devotion she gave 100 bears of gold and pearls to each brahmana. The demigods' drums sounded and the apsaras danced. The demigod showered flowers on the Tulasi temple. Then, seated on a glorious throne on a gold pedestal, her eyes lotus petals, and her gold crown and earrings glittering, beautiful four-armed Tulasi, who is dear to Lord Krishna, appeared. Descending from the sky Tulasi, beautiful as a flowering vine, with her forearms embraced and then kissed Radha, who wore a new Vijayandi garland, and whose snake braids were covered with a yellow cloth. Sri Tulasi said, "O daughter of Kulavati, I am pleased with you. I am eternally conquered by your loving devotion. O beautiful one, as if you were an ordinary human being, you very carefully followed this vow. The desire that fills your heart, mind, intelligence, and senses, will be attained. Lord Krishna will be kind to you. You are very fortunate." To Tulasi, who has spoken these words and who was dear to Lord Krishna, Radha, the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, bowed down and said, "May I have unalloyed devotion for Lord Krishna's lotus feet?" Saying, "So be it," Krishna's beloved Tulasi disappeared. Then Radha, King Vrishabhanu's daughter, went home happy at heart. A devotee who hears this wonderful story of Sri Radha attains first the three goals of material life and then the supreme spiritual goal of life. Understanding the austerity Radha had undergone in her service to Tulasi, and wishing to test Radha's love, Shri Krishna went to King Vrishabhanu's palace. Transforming himself into a wonderfully beautiful gopi decorated with tinkling anklets, bells, rings, jewel bracelets, armlets, pearl necklaces, and a splendid nose pearl, and with beautiful dark braids like a sword with the glory of sunrise, Krishna gazed at King Vrishabhanu's beautiful palace, which was surrounded by walls and a moat, which had 4 gates, each guarded by regal elephants black as kajal, which had many colorful horses that could run as fast as the wind or the mind, and which had many necklaces, tamaras, splendid pavilions, courtyards, cows, calves, saintly bulls, and cowherds that held flute and sticks and sang very sweetly. Magically assuming the appearance of a young girl, Krishna gazed at the glory of King Vrishabhanu's palace, and then entered the women's quarters, where there were many columns and doors splendid as 10 million suns, where there were jewel courtyards in which many jewel-like women glistened, and where beautiful women, holding flowers and playing vainas, karatalas, mridangas, and other instruments, sang of Sri Radha's virtues. In those inner apartments of the palace there was a large and splendid garden filled with many great pomegranate, kunda, mandara, and nimbu trees, and splendid with many kataki, malati, and madhavi vines. In that place was Sri Radha's garden, which was fragrant with many kalpavriksha trees, where many bees, mad after honey, flew, where a fragrant, cool, gentle breeze blew, scattering the pollen of many thousand petal lotus flowers, where cuckoo couples, peacocks, cranes, and parrots cooed sweetly in the groves, where there were thousands of flower couches and thousands of artificial streams. And where there were many millions of glittering and expert gopi friends, their faces very beautiful, their garments wonderfully colorful, and their earrings rising suns in a temple of clouds. In their midst Queen Radha wandered in the palace courtyard, which was anointed with kumkuma paste, splendid with fine curtains, and filled up to her ankles with shirisha petals anointed with drops of malati honey. Their slender delicate Radha, glorious like many millions of moons, languidly moved her delicate lotus feet. Then King Vrishabhanu's daughter Radha saw the disguised Krishna enter the palace courtyard. His splendor eclipsed the splendor of all the other girls as the moon eclipses the stars. Understanding the greatness of this visitor, with both arms Radha embraced the disguised Krishna, placed him on a glorious throne, and worshipped him with arghya and other objects as if he were a very important person. Sri Radha said, "Beautiful friend, welcome. Please tell me your name. I am very fortunate that today you have come. On this earth I do not see anyone glorious like you. O girl with the beautiful eyebrows, the city where you stay is very fortunate. O goddess, please elaborately explain why you have come. Please tell what I may do to assist you. I see that your glistening splendor, your sidelong glance, your words, your pleasing smile, and your graceful motions are all like those of Lord Narayana, the husband of the goddess of fortune. O beautiful one, come here and meet with me every day, or if not that, then give a place where we may meet. Arrange that we may always meet. You are dearer to me than my own self. Your form is like that of Vraja's prince, who has captured my heart. I am happy as if I were with him." After hearing Radha's words, Lord Krishna, who was magically transformed into a young girl, spoke to lotus-eyed Radha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "O girl whose thighs are graceful as banana trees, I live in Gokula, just north of Nanda's palace in Nandanagra. My name is Gopadvada. From Lalita's mouth I heard of the sweetness of your beauty and virtues. O girl with the restless glance, now I have come to your home to see it. O girl with the lotus eyes, you are a lotus flower with the fragrance of lavanga flowers and the buzzing of bees in a grove of Kunja. Even in the city of Indra no one has ever seen or heard of anyone like you." In that way they met. In that garden they fell in love. Laughing, singing, playing with a toy ball made of flowers, and glancing at each other, they walked among the trees in that garden. With sweet words Gopadvada spoke to lotus-eyed, artistic Radha. Sri Gopadvada said, "O Queen of Vraja, sunset has come. Nandanagra is far away. At sunrise I will return to you. Of this there is no doubt." Hearing his words, Radha, the Queen of Vraja began to weep. The hairs of her body erect, she fell to the ground like a banana tree struck by the wind. Her worried friends quickly came and fanned her with many fans. Then Gopadvada spoke to Radha, whose garments were anointed with sandal paste and the nectar of flowers. Sri Gopadvada said, "At sunrise I will return. O Radha, don't lament. If I don't go I will break the promise I made to milk my brother's cow." After comforting Radha with these words, Lord Krishna, who was magically transformed into a young woman, went to Nanda's Gokula. When the night had passed, Lord Krishna, again magically transformed into a woman, went to King Vrishabhanu's palace to quiet Radha's distress. When she saw he had come, Radha became very happy. Standing up, she offered him a seat and worshipped him according to custom. Sri Radha said, "I was very unhappy at night without you. O friend, now that you have come I am like one who has found a great treasure. O beautiful one, first you made me happy and then you made me sad." Hearing these words, Gopadvada became sad. As if she were morose, she did not say anything to Sri Radha. Understanding that Gopadvada had become unhappy, Radha and her friends considered the situation. Full of affection, Radha spoke. Sri Radha said, "Beautiful one, why are you unhappy? O Gopadvada, Please tell me. Did your mother, brother, sister, or sister-in-law speak angry words to you? Did a co-wife fault you? Are you separated from your brother? Does something else trouble your heart? Oh beautiful one, why are you unhappy? Did some trouble happen on the way here? Do you have a sickness? Oh beautiful one, please tell me at length why you are unhappy. Did some Brahmana who is not a devotee of Krishna speak ill to you? O girl whose thighs are like banana trees, describe it, and I will cure your unhappiness. If you wish, please take many elephants, horses, jewels, costly garments, coins, and wonderful palaces. By giving wealth one preserves another's body. By preserving the body, one gives modesty. For the welfare of a friend, one should give her wealth and thus preserve her body and her modesty. By always giving wealth one always preserves the lives of her friends. One who is a sincere, unselfish friend is glorious. One who is not sincere in her friendship is a cheater, or an actor. Fie on her. When he heard her words of love, Lord Gopadvada smiled and spoke to Kirti's daughter Radha. Sri Gopadvada said, as he was walking on the beautiful narrow pathways by the hillside, and I was also walking there to sell some yogurt, Nanda's son, Krishna, stopped me. Carrying a flute and holding a stick in his hand, the shameless fellow grabbed my hand, laughed, and said, now you must pay a tax to me. Talking in this way, he enjoyed in the forest. When I said, I will never pay anything to you, a rake greedy after yogurt, he took the yogurt pot and broke it. After breaking the pot, he drank the yogurt, grabbed my bodice, and then ran off toward Nandishva or a hill. That is why I am unhappy. Although by birth he is a Gopa, today he has become a low-class Shudra. He is not a hero, and he does not have good character. O saintly girl, today you should be free of illusion. Give up your love for this Krishna. Surprised to hear these harsh and hateful words, King Vrishabhanu's daughter Radha smiled and eloquently spoke to her. Sri Radha said, foolish friend, why do you criticize Lord Krishna, the original and perfect Supreme Personality of Godhead who, to enjoy pastimes, remove the earth's burden, and bring auspiciousness to the devotees, has descended to the earth, to attain whom Brahma Shiva and all the demigods perform great yoga austerities, and the honey pollen of whose lotus feet Dattatreya, Shukadeva, Kapila, Ajuri, and Angira touch. The Gopas protect the cows. Without touching water, they are covered by cow's dust. They chant the cows' names. Day and night, they see the cows' beautiful faces. On this earth no birth better than a Gopa's birth. Gazing at Krishna's dark handsomeness, Shiva became attached to him. Giving up all normal happiness, wearing matted hair, drinking poison, covered with ashes, and decorated with snakes and skulls, Shiva now walks and runs about like a madman. He is the protector of the Svarlakas, Siddhas, Munis, Yakshas, and Maruts. He is the master of all the humans, Kinnaras, and Nagas. Day and night the glorious great souls devotedly bow before his lotus feet and make offerings to him. He killed Vetsajura, Aga, Kalaya, Baka, the Arjuna trees, Dhanyuka, Trinavarta, Saka, Ajura, and Putan. How great are his glories! He is the creator and destroyer of many millions of universes. To him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one is more dear than his devotee. Neither Shiva, Brahma, Lakshmi, nor Balrama is more dear. Lord Krishna, the crest jewel of all persons, his heart now bound with love, becomes the humble follower of his devotees. Following his devotees here and there, he purifies the worlds. He loudly declares his love for his devotees. To those who worship him, Lord Krishna easily gives liberation, but he does not easily give pure devotional service. O Radha, your intelligence laughs at Brihaspati and your works cleverly mock the Vedas. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself comes here and confirms your words, only then will I believe them. Sri Radha said, O girl with the beautiful eyebrows, tell me, If the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally comes here, what will I do about you? If the Lord who wears a forest garland comes, I will not be able to give my palace and all my wealth to you." Radha stood up, bowed before Krishna, and gave him a seat. Then she closed her eyes in meditation. Watching his beloved perspiring and full of longings, and watching her face fill with tears then ran down her neck, as her friends looked on, Lord Krishna, who is kind to his devotees, became pleased at heart with her, suddenly manifested his own male form, and spoke to her in a voice deep as thunder. Shri Krishna said, "O girl whose thighs are like banana trees, O girl whose face is like the moon, O queen of the beautiful girls of Vraja, O Radha, O beloved, O girl with all the virtues of youth, open your eyes. Look. Called by your sweet words, I have come. When I heard you say, 'O Krishna, please come,' I at once left the Gopas at Vamshiva by the Yamuna's shore and ran here to please you. O beautiful one, I have come. O saintly one, I am here. What Yakshi, Ajuri, demigoddess, or Kinari could have fooled you with magic as I have? You would not have believed them. Nor would you have believed a snake goddess either." Radha gazed at Krishna and bowed before his lotus feet. Her desires fulfilled, she was very happy. A person who with devotion hears these wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna Chandra attains the supreme goal of life. In the month of Madhava, April to May, when Vrindavana forest was filled with blossoming Madhavi vines, Lord Krishna, the king of the Rasa dance, began the Rasa dance pastime. On the 5th day of the month of Madhava, as the moon beautifully rose, in a garden by the Yamuna's shore handsome Krishna enjoyed with Sri Radha, the queen of the Rasa dance. In an instant the gold and ruby ground of Goloka came to the earth. Then Vrindavana forest manifested its transcendental form. Filled with Madhavi vines and Kalpavriksha trees, it eclipsed the Nandana gardens of Indra. With jewel stairways, glittering golden arches, and many swans and lotuses, the Yamuna shone with great splendor. Its rocks jewels, its beautiful glittering peaks made of jewels, beautiful with many birds, flowering vines, swiftly moving streams, beautiful caves, and many bumblebees. The king of mountains, which was named Govardhana, was splendidly manifest as if it were the king of elephants. Manifesting their spiritual forms, all the forest groves were splendidly manifest with many assembly houses, pavilions, pathways, courtyards, rows of pillars, fluttering flags, and flower palaces with splendid golden domes and red and white flower petals. Filled with the sweetness of spring, with cooing cuckoos, cranes, paravatas, peacocks, and with honey-intoxicated bees singing the sacred stories of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, all the forest groves shone with great glory. Carrying the pollen of thousand-petal lotuses, a gentle and cool breeze blew along the river bank. Some of the Gopas were residents of Goloka, some arranged the couches, some made decorations, some guarded the entrances. Some were Radha's associates and friends, some carried parasols, kamaras, and flower decorations in their hands, some were protectors of Vrindavana forest. Some lived on Govardhana hill, some decorated the forest groves, some stayed in the forest groves, some were dancers, and some played musical instruments. They were all young and they all had faces glorious as the moon. In 12 groups they approached Sri Krishna. Then the Yamuna became a dark-complexioned, lotus-eyed, dressed in blue and decorated with jewels leader of a group of Gopas, and came there. Then the Ganga became a fair-complexioned, dressed in white and decorated with pearls leader of a group of Gopas, and she also came there. Then Goddess Rama became a gently smiling, moon-complexioned, dressed in red and decorated with rubies leader of a group of Gopas, and she also came there. Then Lord Krishna's wife named Madhavi became a lotus-complexioned, dressed in beautiful garments and decorated with flowers leader of a group of Gopas, and she also came there. Then the Vraja river became a golden-complexioned, dressed in green and decorated with jewels leader of a group of Gopas, and she also came there. Then the groups led by Lalita, Visaka, and goddess Lakshmi came. In this way the 8 principal friends of Sri Radha came, and 16 more friends also came. Then 32 more groups of gopis came, accompanied by these many women. The Lord was splendidly manifest in the Rasa dance circle. Then in Vrindavana forest Lord Krishna became like a handsome dancer dressed in yellow garments. He became like a moon accompanied by many stars in the sky. Holding a stick, wearing a garland, earrings, and a peacock feather crown, playing the flute, singing, surrounded by beautiful gopis, and full of love for them, Lord Krishna shone with Radha in the Rasa dance, as Kamidva shines with Radhi. Taking his beloved Radha's lotus hand in his lotus hand, Lord Krishna went to the Yamuna's sacred shore. Looking at his beloved Vrindavana forest, and sweetly conversing, Lord Krishna sat down by the Yamuna's beautiful waters. Smiling and laughing, he walked with Radha from forest grove to forest grove. Suddenly slipping from his beloved's hand, he hid among the trees. Seeing him hiding among the trees, Radha captured Krishna. Then Radha slipped from his hand and ran away, her anklets tinkling. Krishna looked as she hid among the trees. Wherever Radha ran, Krishna ran after her. Only a hand away, she ran among the trees. They were like a tamila tree and a golden vine or a monsoon cloud and a lightning flash. Like a dark mountain and a gold mine, Lord Krishna, who is more enchanting than Kamidva, shone with Radha, the most enchanting girl in the world. It was as if Kamidva and Radhi had taken the forms of Lord Krishna and the girls of Vraja in the Rasa dance arena. Lord Krishna danced in the Rasa dance arena and all the beautiful gopis also sang and danced. The gopis shone with many Lord Krishna Kandras as the demi-goddesses shine with many Indras. Then Lord Krishna enjoyed pastimes in the Yamuna. Accompanied by the sweet sounds of mridangas and karatalas, and their flower garlands moving to and fro, they sang the glories of Lord Krishna. Free of troubles and their desires now fulfilled, they attained great happiness. In this sacred Kunja garden, the divine couple Radha and Krishna perform Rasa-leela and they rest after performing the Rasa-leela dance. After sunset the whole area is locked. No one stays. Not even a monkey or any living animal. If anyone stays behind, either they will die or they will become mad. The plants inside this kunja are called Vandalasi. It is believed they are gopis and that at night they become gopis and perform Rasa-leela with Lord Krishna. In this garden there is a small temple called Rang Mahal, where a bed is kept for the divine couple to rest. It is also here that Krishna decorates Radharani with various kinds of cosmetics before performing the Rasa dance. Every day evening the pujari sets up the room and leaves a sari, bangles, cosmetics, lipstick, bindi, kumkum, in a basket. In a tray he puts sweets, 4 lotus, betel nut leaves with sweet filling, neem stick used for brushing teeth and a pot filled with water to drink. Every day morning when the lock is opened, we see the room has been used, sari, bangles are on the bed, lipstick has been used, lotus are eaten and half-eaten laddu remaining in the plate, betel nut leaves are half-eaten, neem stick has been used, it is wet and half water is remaining in the pot. Pujari distributes the Mahaprasad in the morning. I went there early morning to take darshan and also Mahaprasad. Videography is prohibited. I was taking video without knowing and after the temple door was opened, the pujari noticed me and asked me to stop. In this kunja there is also another small temple dedicated to Radha, when she stole Krishna's flute. In this temple, Radharani can be seen playing on Krishna's flute, accompanied by her girlfriends, Lalita and Visaka. There is also a kunda, pond, dedicated to Visaka Saki. One can also see the Samadhi of Swami Haridasa, who used to perform his bhajana here. It was also in this kunja that the deity of Bunke-bihari was found by Swami Haridasa. This spot is just near the ring Mahal.
Ranga Mahal.
बोलो बांके बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, बल जोड़ी सरकार की जय, जीवन राज की जय, यमुना मैया की जय, गंगा मैया की जय, जय श्री राधे, जय श्री राधे, जय श्री राधे।
Appearance place of Bunke-bihari.
Bunke-bihari means Krishna, the supreme enjoyer. This is one of Vrindavana's most popular temples and famous all over India and was built in 1864. The deity of Bunke-bihari was discovered in Nidhuvana by Swami Haridasa, a contemporary of Jiva Goswami. Swami Haridasa was a carefree renounced Vaisnava. Being pleased with his bhajans, Sri Bunke-bihari manifested himself in Nidhuvana. The deity always attentively listened to the bhajans and kirtans of Swami Haridasa. Darsana of the deities is in the morning from 9 to 12, and in the afternoon from 6 to 9. On special days this schedule is not followed, and on the third day of the light lunar quarter of the month of Visaka, April to May, the lotus feet of the deity are visible to everyone. No bhaga is offered to the deity from outside, the bhaga is prepared inside the temple. The deity responds to the pitiful calls of his devotees and comes outside. Once a devotee gave up his life while seeing the deity's eyes, and for this reason the deity is now only visible for short moments. Every 1 or 2 minutes the curtains before the deity room open and close. Swami Haridasa was the guru of the famous musician Danson. Swami Haridasa belonged to the Nimbarka Sampradaya. Photography is strictly prohibited. If they see you taking photo, your camera will be taken away and will not be returned.
Shri Visaka Kunda. Rasa-sthali and Shri Radharani temple. One tulsi. Samadhi of Swami Haridasa. Seva Kunja.
This is the sacred place of the Rasa dance and also where Lord Krishna offered service to Srimati Radharani by decorating her hair with flowers, as well as massaging and painting her lotus feet. Radha and Krishna would sometimes spend the night here. dancing with the gopis and enjoying various transcendental pastimes. One can see the Rasa-sthali, commemorating the Rasa dance of Lord Krishna with the gopis. There is also a small temple dedicated to Radha and Krishna's pastimes called Mahal, where Lord Krishna decorated Srimati Radharani. Near the entrance to this garden is a kunda created by Lord Krishna. He pushed his foot into the ground just to please Lalita Devi when she was feeling thirsty and wanted to drink water. The transcendental Rasa dance performance of Lord Krishna can never be compared to any mundane dancing of the conditioned souls. Krishna's performance of the Rasa dance is a completely spiritual affair of pure love, enacted on the spiritual platform, between the Lord and his greatest devotees, who had all taken the form of gopis, the beautiful cowherd damsels of Vrindavana. They were by far the most beautiful damsels in the whole universe. By his divine mystic power, Lord Krishna expanded himself into hundreds of forms, in order to dance simultaneously with hundreds of gopis. Each gopi thought that Krishna was dancing with her alone. As Lord Krishna and the gopis danced together, a most wonderful musical sound was produced by the tinkling of their ankle bells, ornaments, and bangles. The gopis also began to sing beautiful songs whilst dancing, which pleased Krishna very much. Some of the gopis touched Krishna cheek to cheek, and Krishna began to offer them chewed betel nuts from his lotus mouth, which they exchanged by kissing. By accepting those chewed betel nuts from Lord Krishna's mouth, the gopis became even more spiritually advanced. Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, is also the supreme enjoyer. Everything in creation is meant for the Lord's pleasure. The gopis of Vrindavana perfectly understood this and were prepared to do anything and everything for the satisfaction of Krishna. They did not expect anything in return for their service. This is Bhakti Yoga, complete surrender in pure unalloyed devotion to the Lord. In a former life, some of the gopis had been great rasis and perfect yogis. Due to their great austerities and perfect meditation, they had attained the chance to associate with the Supreme Lord in his most intimate loving pastimes within the forest of Vrindavana. It should be clearly understood that there is not even the slightest tinge of material lust, or mundane sensual plane due to their perfect meditation. In their next lives they associated directly with the Lord, in their pure spiritual forms as the beautiful gopis of Vrindavana. Those who think that these pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavana are manifestations of mundane lusty activities are certainly possessed of a hellish mentality. Photography is prohibited. I managed to take some photos.
Rasa-sthali, Mahal, Sri Lalita Kunda, Imli Tala.
This tree was a favorite place of Srimati Radharani. Once, during a Rasa dance performance, Srimati Radharani suddenly left, and finding her missing, Krishna went in search of her. As he was unable to find her, he came and sat beneath this tree. Due to intense feelings of separation from his beloved Radha, Krishna's body started to turn the same golden hue as Srimati Radharani's body. At that moment, Radharani came there accompanied by her girlfriends and had darsana of that golden-complexioned form of Lord Krishna. Radharani asked Krishna the meaning of this golden form, and he explained to her that after searching for her, he came and sat here, and in a mood of deep separation, after chanting the name of Radharani, his body started to turn a golden color just like hers. Then his own feelings and sentiments were replaced by hers, and he began to experience her mood of separation form himself. Krishna then told Radharani that in the Kali Yuga, he would again take on her mood and complexion and distribute love of God to all the conditioned souls. Lord Krishna again came in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the incarnation of Krishna, known as the Golden Avatar due to his golden complexion. When visiting Vrindavana, he came here regularly, and sat beneath this same tree and chanted the holy names of Krishna. Feeling deep separation from Krishna, Sri Chaitanya's body would turn the same blackish hue as Lord Krishna's body, and he would continually shed tears of love and spiritual ecstasy.
Imli Tala.
Below are the details of my other videos. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Sri Gauranga.